So the internet went out. Ah, man. So I lost the entire chat. I think wedding day ended by itself, hopefully, because I think it happened right as the song was ending. But if not, there's not much I can do about it. But we're back. It looks like we're back. I believe I've told you what the real reason this happens the most around here is, right? But um, there is an army base of sorts in Los Alamitos. And so there are certain helicopters that fly over here and certain aircraft that fly over here. And when they do, it literally shuts down the internet. And lately, we've seen or heard a lot of activity almost all hours of the night. So it's very intense. Like we've woken up and found that the internet hasn't been working for like the last couple hours. And then today it was out for like almost 3 hours. And I had to actually call and have the device booted from a distance because it was, so crazy. So yeah, it's a little nutty. Not much that we can do. But you know, but we were coming up on the hour. We had just played the demo version of Wedding Day. I thought Danya's voice was not on there, and then I did hear it. And my story, or what I was going to tell you, my intuition, was that this was probably the first time I'd played it for her and that I'd recorded it. So she was making up the harmonies on the fly. So when she's not singing, she was probably, thinking about it in her head. So that's where we're at. So let's see. Where was I? Oh yeah. So we're gonna play it. Keep going with this theme as I get ready to pack up all my gear and head out to Chicago because it's gonna look like there's two videos now. So if you missed the first part, it will be either stitched together with this one or they won't show up at all because I'll be in Chicago. But I'll try to do it while I'm in Chicago and I have a few minutes to spare. I'll try to hopefully make them gel. But again, I can't promise because then I lose the chat too. I hate when I have to do that because I lose the chat and that's kind of a drag. But Brian says, wedding day ended successfully. The last thing I heard you say was something related to Danya and that you were able to share in regards to that track. Good. So a lot of it got out. Good. That leads me back to where we were. So last or two streams ago, I gave away a copy of the Hope book. And this week, what I'm going to do, if you notice when you, although this one's going to be a strange one. So there's these shirts that I have that are merch that it appears under the YouTube videos. And I had ordered some for myself, but they sent me the wrong sizes. So this is what I got. I'll show you. Oh, I guess I should show you in color because it won't do any good if you can't see it in color. So I got this one in white. Can you see it? Oh, there you go. You can see it. So I got this one in white, but it came as a small and for women. Actually, this one is extra small for women. So lame because it was supposed to be for me. And they don't usually make those mistakes. I think it was one of those days when the internet went out and I hadn't chosen something and then I didn't double check. And then this is the gray one. And this one is a size. This is a small, but I think this could probably fit someone that's a medium, but it's a small. So I'd love that for my left thigh. That's funny. That's kind of like my thought on this. That's funny. Y'all are funny. So I wish. Wait. Are you? So if you think you'd fit into that medium, then Sue Vargas, send me your address on Facebook. Just tell me I got the gray shirt, and I'll send this one off when I get back from Chicago. How's that? Or maybe I'll take it with me. So that's funny. And then if someone knows a very young person that could use the extra small, just tell me and I'll send it because I cannot wear them. I would look like, I can't even tell you what I would look. It would be horrible. Wait, Elise on Facebook, are you extra small? Are you an XS? Oh, you guys are so funny. So, all right. Here's how it's going to go. Because now there's like 4 of you that say that, so the next person that types wedding day on the chat who is an extra small, I will send it to you. So that's the contest right there. Has to be an extra small. Got to type wedding day on there or whatever it was I just said. Yeah. At least one. She did it. At least won the white one. Sue won the gray one. Sorry, Alfonso. You missed out this time. But so there you go. We now know who is who. So at least you'll have to send me a DM on Facebook with your address and all that. Same goes for you, Sue. Although you're going to the show on Sunday, right? You said? So if you are, I'll give it to you there. But you want me to sign it, huh? All right, I'll sign it. Well, thank you. So yeah, every stream, I'm going to be giving away something or other. I don't know why I want to do that because there's no real reason. Because if only like 50 people are watching, like I don't know. It doesn't matter why. I just want to because I want to give back. So every so often, I'm going to randomly give away something. I don't know what, but I will. But yeah, so that was fair. First chat. So now we know we can do it that way. So, No, not the 8-track. Leave the 8-track alone, Claude. Don't give away the 8-track. All right. So this is probably one of the darkest songs on Worth. And the demo is pretty dark too. So this is Someone Speaks. I'll put on the overhead for this one. And here we go. Have you read the papers The funny thing is that if I was really so IG, like instead of Instagram, I could be Instabox. Facebook is too easy. That would just be Facebox. Um, so yeah, I can take over. X is just missing the BOX. So, it's like, I don't know. Yes, I know I'm corny. It happens. I just think about these stupid, stupid jokes that only are funny to me. But hey, I laugh at them. One has to learn how to laugh at oneself. It's a good trait. It's not a bad trait. It's good to laugh at oneself once in a blue moon. Um, so yeah. Greetings. Oh, Ecuador in the house. We have Ecuador, Peru, and Argentina in the house, by the way. Which is awesome. But yeah, there was Tim. There's definitely many derivatives of the word Twitter that could be used for. Yeah, never mind. But oh, Costa Rica too. Yeah, that's right, Jose. Thank you for reminding me. And St. Louis, and we're still here. Thank God. But so yeah, we're listening to. In case this winds up being two videos, um, you're listening to the Worth album, but in demo form. That is before we went to Germany to record the album. So these were recorded in California in our tiny little studio with a bunch of gear that we sent off to Germany before in Portland, Oregon, in the hizzy. I love it. So yeah, the next one up. That's interesting. So yeah, the next one up, Long Island. I like it. I like all this. Like, yeah, tell me where you're at. I know some of you are. Some of you I can guess, but or I know. But yeah, no, I love hearing. Oh, Berlin, in fact, and the experience was very interesting to say the least. I think I did a deep dive on the Worth album in one of the streams, one of the early ones, and I would seek that one out because the stories are just there's so many things that happened when we were in Germany, but the main fact about that record was that we went to Germany as a duo, and so it was a very strange time for us, and we spent a couple months there. So, but yeah, but anyway, uh, next up I have the title track, which this is an interesting one because what I would have done different on the album. So this is one of the ones where I sort of have more of an affinity for the album version, sorry, the demo version than the album version. But I'll tell you why. Because you don't have a choice. I'm going to tell you why. Um, you don't have to agree with me though. But the demo has a very definitive beat. Um, and you can tell that although the issue at hand in the lyrics are darker, you can still dance to it, or whatever you would want to call moving to this song. When we did the album version, it went in a decidedly more orchestral direction, but I feel like the beat was lost, so it doesn't have the same punch. So what I would do if I could really do it, I would take the drums from this version and put it in the version that is on the album, and I'd be like totally happy. But that said, I usually play the album version when I play live. I don't play the demo version, which is just the way it goes. But there's something about the demo that I like a lot, so it's one of my favorite ones. Although I don't think my vocal's that great on it, but that's just me. But of course, I'm gonna criticize me more than anybody else. So, but yeah, this was the one that once I'd written this song, I knew that this was the title of the record. So like that's why this one's important, obviously. So you could tell I was attached to it. Still am. I still like playing it. I played it the other day when I was in rehearsal, knowing that I'm not going to do it, but I just wanted to play it from even for myself and just rehearse it. So that was fun for me. But I will tell you this, you folks in Texas that I'm going to be visiting, that would be Houston, San Antonio, and El Paso. There's going to be a lot of worth hope stuff on this one because I've been already to your cities once this year. So what's going to happen is I want to change up that set completely. So you're in for a treat. I'm going to do some really, it's going to be different. So I'm already like thinking about it. Like I started to work it out in my head. But I was going to tell you a reason why that happens. But I'll tell you about that, my reason for changing up the sets even more than I usually do, when we come back. But I will play the demo version of Worth. And yeah, UFO cam, just in case we go kablooey again.
There's nowhere else to go. Tonight is almost over, and the rain will fall from the sky, drowning me in tears, with laughter and the years we fall apart, we fall apart. There's no way home. There's no way home. There's no way home. There's no way home. There's no way home when we have grown. There's no way home when we have grown. Nowhere else to go. Tonight is almost over, and the rain will fall from the sky. There's no way home when we have grown. There's no way home when you have grown. There's no way home. There's no way home. There's no way home. There's no way home. And so a little boy grows up and asks, what is it worth to us all? What is it worth to us all?
Funny, you could hear the mic being moved on that one. Just funny to me. Not on purpose, of course, but yeah. So yeah, there was a 909 in there, and of course we had the 909 on the album version, but it gets turned down quite a bit in favor of the metal crash thing, which is fine. It works really well, but I would have liked. I wish we would have just kept the tempo at that faster pace, uh, because the pace was a little, just a tiny bit. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, that's just one of those minor gripes that you have, like, 30 flipping years later. You're like, oh, whatever, 909s. But I love 909s. And that was a particularly cool 909 because it was a real one, and we had it in the studio for a few weeks. And so it was one of the first things I did with it. It was like, we have to record something with this song, with this drum machine. I sampled the bejesus out of that 909. I still wish I had those samples because they're so funny. But yeah. So, but obviously, like I said, after 30 somewhat years, it's just, it is what it is. It's not like I'm like, oh my God, my 909. It doesn't matter that much anymore. However, for new things, I have literally made my own 909 kit, which I absolutely love. So 909s will come back for me. They may be out of style everywhere else, but for me, they're back. I like doing moody stuff with 909s, not necessarily dance songs. I don't know why. I just always have. Oops. Hit that key. So yeah, everything's still on here. But anyway, exactly. Gotta let it go, man. Gotta let it go. So, see, this is where things start getting weird. So this song would have been next, but we didn't actually put it on the album, but we did do a demo for it. And it wound up as sort of like an add-on when we released our version of Worth back in the day. So some of you will know it, some of you won't, but this would have been next because it was one of our favorites, but for some reason it didn't fit the album in the way that the album was turning out. But if you compare the demos, I think in the demos it fits really well. So I will play that song next. It's Please Find a Way. And UFO Cam. And please find a way. Please find a way. It's funny. I still love that song, although we never played it live ever. That's one I might dig out of the woodworks one day and just do it, just for the hell of it. But yeah, we liked it. But um, something about it, once we started figuring out what we were going to do with it, which is sad because we don't have any demos of it in further stages. But once we had kind of figured out where things were going, it didn't fit. And that made us really sad, actually. So it was one of those things that we just, it happens. There was two of them that didn't make it, but the other one, it doesn't really play into this theme. But this would have been on that record. I can tell you that. If certain things followed the technical spectrum that we were kind of looking in, I think this song would have made it. But I think time and the fact that I left early, by the way, most people don't know that, but I left Germany a little earlier than the album was completed. Um, I think that had more to do with it too, because I think if I'd stayed longer, I might have like fought for it more, but I didn't. So, yeah, let it all go, mate. Let it all go. But yeah, so what else am I going to tell you about all this? Well, as I said, I'm getting ready to leave for Chicago, so yeah, I'm tired. I've been up and at it for hours. I was working on that little book that I showed you earlier. Um, Still doing the varnishing and sealing in the stuff. I was still doing layers today, which is, do I have ink on my hands? No, it's all gone, but I did have ink on my hands. But yeah, so I was packing gear, but I'm not done. And I was packing my clothes, and I'm not done. So that is what I'm going to be doing next. But I do fly out tomorrow, which means, I will get in and just be able to rest so that the next day. So I get some rest in between, which is kind of good. But yep, that's the time I'm leaving. So yeah, so it's going to be like either an all-nighter or a very short sleeper, if that makes any sense. But we'll finish this up, and it might finish a little bit early, but I just wanted to make sure that I had some stream, because I wouldn't have streamed the night before I fly out for the gig. It's not typical of me to do that because it's a lot of stress. But I thought, since I kind of had something prepped for last week and it didn't happen, that it would be a simple thing, or simpler, I should say. I swear to God, once I start getting into this Synplant 2 thing, I am going to go crazy because I'm loving it. I just want to stay up all night and play music, but I can't. But I want to. Believe me, that's all I want to do. I just want to stay in the studio, have painting something on the side where it's drying, and then coming back to the keyboard to play, making, weird music. That's really what I want, but I have to get on a plane. But for those of you that do not know this joke, but I've made this joke for, 35 years now. But I've always said it. I do not get paid for doing shows. I get paid for the flying and all the other crap. So yeah, that's what I'm getting paid for, is to get on a plane tomorrow. I don't like flying. I don't enjoy it much. Yeah, see, the tiredness is showing. But anyway, let's play the next one. This is an ending, because yeah, we're getting close.
Anyone can see that this is over and I'm walking away. You know I can't stay here today. No, there's no way. Did you know the places that we ran to have been pushed away by pride? All the darker side of who we are. we've gone too far. This is the end, my only friend. This is the end. Goodbye. This is the end, my only friend. This is the end.
There's a funny bit in there. So remember, this is the demo. So as the demo's fading down in volume, which was us writing the volume, the hi-hats are poking through. And for whatever reason, that gave Gareth the idea of like, it sounds like a watch. And we're like, it kind of does. Yeah, it sounds like a watch. So we decided to sample a watch, and then we put the watch in there on the album, and that ends it off, and it goes into this reprise of World Without Love. But if it wasn't for the fact that in the demo the hi-hats are poking out while we're fading out, I don't think we would have come up with that idea. I think the idea would have not even happened. So if we had done the fade opposite, where you fade the drums first and then everything else, I don't think we would have done it. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Eric. A few passing thoughts. So it's a happy mistake. So one of the things that I was able to do that I thought was funny for the upcoming 12-inch is I revisited a few passing thoughts, and I actually remixed it. I did something weird with it. I've been getting into the AI separation thing to fix certain demos that I thought, wow, we could actually change, physical relationships between instruments. It's an interesting experiment, but the coolest thing that I'm going to play, which, well, it might not be cool to you, but it's cool to me. But there's a version of World Without Love that we recorded in the studio that was acoustic. Now, we put that on Mixology, I believe. But here's what sucked. All of it was recorded straight to the console with one mic on Danya playing guitar, because she was playing guitar on it. And Keith was playing keyboards. I was singing. And so what was happening was we didn't spend a lot of time to get the sounds. So the guitar in that version sounds buried. The keyboard is completely overbearing, and the vocal is sitting so far on top of everything that you can't make out anything. So I thought it would try like separating it with AI so that I could at least take the vocals out and the guitar and see if I could do something with them. So I'm going to play you that. That's going to be the thing that ends this off. But before that, I'm going to play the All You Need Is Love that we did in the studio. Before that, and then after that, I'm going to say goodnight, no matter what time it is, because I am tired, my friends. Seriously tired. But here you go. All You Need Is Love.
Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say so you could learn.